Hello, I am Mrs. Grimes here to do orientation for you very quickly, as quickly as I can. If you have any questions, please jot them down and shoot them through email to me, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Here are some pictures of our team here at Kansas Virtual Academy. We have already hired tons more teachers, so be looking for some new faces for sure. Here's a little bit about me. I have 3 kiddos. One is going into high school. One is finishing off middle school this year. And then I have one in 4th grade this year. So a couple more years in elementary school. Mrs. Walters is our school counselor. If you ever need a counselor or anything like that, just reach out to her. Her extension is there on the board. 2007, her email is there as well. So Mrs. Walters is our counselor. After you've set up your student and learning coach account, make sure that you have the online learning courses done, a course done. There's 4 lessons within that course. They need to be done as soon as you come on and get those accounts set up. That's the next thing that you should be doing. Make sure that all 4 of those are done before you do any of the curriculum on the pacing chart. Have you set up a learning space? Make sure that each student has their space to learn, where it's quiet for them. They have their own space to call their own. It doesn't have to look like anything on the screen. Make it your own. The big thing about the schooling at home is staying organized and each student having their own space for their curriculum and knowing where things are. So being prepared for the next day or the next week, learning coaches, and having things ready for when students are ready to learn. Daily checklist. Log into the online school daily. The school will be looking for that, making sure that you're logging in every day. Make sure, or Monday through Friday, make sure you are schooling through the student account, not the learning account, doing lessons in that student account. Check your Class Connect schedule once a week, maybe the night before, for all those required live sessions with the teacher. Complete your daily assignments found on the pacing chart. And check your email and respond to the school within 24 hours. We have lots of testing going on at the beginning of the year for students. One big thing with assessments, it's very hard for learning coaches to go from being parents to teachers, and it's hard for me as well. So we as parents want to help our kids. That's just what we do. So be careful when we're doing our assessments that that's the time that we really want to just know where our kids are. We want to know where students are so we can move forward and know where we're starting. So when they're taking their assessments, things to say are things like, we're just showing what we know. And then we're going to learn some of this. You're not supposed to know everything right now. Or maybe just make your best guess right now. Or if you're unsure, choose an answer and move on to the next one. So we really don't want them getting frustrated or thinking they have to find the answer when they're taking an assessment. A lot of these tests move with them. The ones online move with them. If they answer correctly, it gets harder. If they don't, it gets easier. So they're really moving with them to find that spot where they are. So as I said, as a parent, I know it's hard because we are here to help them learn. But during assessments isn't the time to do that. So it's hard because they'll want to ask you. So Ames Web is one of the assessments that we do. That is a one-on-one assessment with a teacher. That will be a sign-up. If you have received a welcome email from your teacher, the sign-up link is on there. and then you'll log in through Zoom and you'll do a one-on-one with a teacher. MAP assessment, the second test we take, is in a larger group, and then we help you log in at home. It's a system that you log into online, and you take that assessment on the computer. Those are usually the ones that are a little bit harder when kids are wanting you to help. So really, you're going to have to say those prompts that I've suggested to just move on to the next one. And we're going to learn these things this year. And then you'll be in like a breakout room in the Blackboard if you need any help from me or the teacher. And then you'll log out of that when you're done with MAP. Those are scheduled. We'll let you know when to come into Blackboard for those. And then the third one is Stride. Those are in your daily plan in the students account. And it's really, they think it's a game, so they don't even know it's an assessment. And so sometimes you don't know that the assessment is done or not. So if you don't know if they finished that assessment, just let the teacher know and we can check to see if it's done or not. Those are the 3 assessments. This is our pacing chart. We have tried to align the pacing chart with the daily plan in the online school. If they're ever not the same, the pacing chart is what we follow. As we have set the pacing chart up to align with what we want students to be doing this year. So stay on pace. Don't do lessons that are on different days. Make sure you stay where we are. You'll complete the lessons listed for that day. I have emailed this out. So if you don't have this, let me know. It's also on our class website. I give out 2 months at a time, and then we really want you to stay on pace. So how the pacing chart works is you'll find the date, and then, for example, August 31st, and you'll go to the Monday, and then go to across, like horizontal. And so phonics, phonics on the week of August 31st would be Unit 1. So Unit 1 does happen to have 5 lessons. So those 5 lessons you could do throughout the week. You could do 1 Monday through Friday, or you could do 2 on Monday and then finish them off on Thursday. It's up to you. Language skills is a little bit easier. It lines them up. Monday is Unit 1, Lesson 1. Tuesday is Unit 1, Lesson 2, and so on. Literature and comprehension. This is a course that once we get going and we have more teachers and we have all our students in place, we will be teaching that to your students in our live sessions. So all you will have to do as a learning coach is mark it complete in the system. But right now, so you'll find the Little Red Riding Hood in the system in literature and comprehension. And it typically has 3 lessons for the week, and you'll follow the directions on and going through those lessons for that week. Math, science, social studies, we don't have any lessons for that for a couple weeks, but they will be coming. And then Stride, I have 20 minutes a day for Stride, and they really like Stride, so a lot of learning coaches leave Stride for the end of the day, so we get all of our lessons done, and then you can get on Stride, and then you can do more than 20 minutes of Stride, and we just put that they need to do 20 minutes. Okay, so once you know what lessons you're doing from the pacing chart, then you go to the online school. You can hit, let me go over here, you can hit courses, and then it's going to pull you to this unit list. Once you're at the unit list, then you're going to click on the unit that you want. So if you want Unit 1, then you're going to click on Lesson 1. It's going to open up that lesson, and then it's going to walk you through that lesson. If you need certain books or workbooks or anything like that, the lesson's going to tell you that. It's going to tell you to go grab your book or anything like that that you need. There's 2 ways to get to your courses. One is this button at the top. And then another way is to go to lesson shortcuts on the student's main page. You can click to the courses there. Okay, over here on the right side, this shows an example of a lesson that is mastered, that check mark. And here's an example of a lesson that is not mastered, that half moon. If you ever see the student not master a lesson, or if you see that half moon, we do need to go back and have the student look at that material again, see if you can find out why they didn't master the lesson. Were they just clicking quickly? Is there something that they missed? If we can reteach it, if you can see, if you can just find out the reason, if just reteaching that lesson or going through that lesson again in the OLS helps, and you retake that assessment and master it, great, move on. If you don't, if they don't master it the second time they take it, you can reach out to the teacher, say, ask for help, or if you reteach it and they understand it, then you move on and everything's good. If you get to a point, mastery is 80% or better in the OLS. So we are a mastery program, so we want all students to master every single lesson. We never leave it as not mastered. So if you ever get to a point where it says you need to contact to a teacher, that you've taken it too many times, just reach out to your teacher and we can reopen that assignment for you. Okay. Live sessions. As you know, live sessions with a teacher at our school are required live. Times will be anywhere between 8:30 and 12:30. And like I said, once we get situated with teachers and as all the students come in, we will have our groups situated, and it will be the same time every week. Right now, I've got everybody starting to be in small groups, as small as I can be for right now, and we'll get started with that, but they will change. And then, like I said, once we have at least one other teacher, we'll move those a little bit. They're typically 30-minute sessions, but usually kindergarten at the beginning of the year. Depending on how each group does, sometimes I let them go about 20, 25 minutes, and then we build up to 30 minutes. We do one reading and one math Monday through Thursday. We might not do that right now, but eventually we will get to one reading, one math through Thursday after we're done with testing and all of that. And then social studies and science we do 2 times a week. So Class Connect sessions are on the student's homepage, and you click, open up the Class Connect sessions. It'll pull up your Class Connects you have for that day, or you can click the weekly view, and it'll show you all the Class Connects that you have for that week. Oh, or you can go over to Quick Links, and there's a Class Connect session there that you can click and open it. So learning coaches in the past, I've been doing this virtual for 7 years. I've made this mistake as well. You get really busy in what you're doing. And learning coaches will get busy in the lessons with the students at home and completely forget that it's time for live session. The Blackboard or the online lessons, what am I trying to say? The Class Connect sessions, there we go, doesn't have a reminder on there. So it is a really helpful tip to have a reminder somewhere. So in your personal calendar or your phone, or in the student's personal calendar, or even if you write it down somewhere where there's a reminder somewhere that you have classes, when your classes are, is a really big lifesaver, because you will get busy doing lessons with your students and forget about those classes. So reminder there. Live sessions for kindergarten and first grade will be a little bit different than the rest of the grades. most of the school is using Blackboard, and it doesn't do the videos like Zoom does. So kindergarten and first grade are going to do a little bit different. So we are logging into Class Connect. So here's our Class Connect schedule. We click on Class Connect schedule. It brings us into Class Connect. I'm going to have this screen up for you guys. And then you're going to click on this link here. Well, I'm going to have a link there. And it's going to bring you into a Zoom room. Remember, the Zoom rooms have the all of us are, well, anybody that wants to has their video on. Videos are not required, but we found that students seem to learn a little bit better if they know I can see them and they can see me. And then when you get into Zoom, then you can minimize the Blackboard. Don't close it, but minimize it so it's out of the way. So Blackboard is where K-12 is going to track our attendance. So they know that you were in class if you log in through Blackboard. And then once we are done with class in Zoom, we will log out of Blackboard and we will log out of Zoom. So I know this is kind of a pain to do it this way, but I think after a couple of weeks of doing it, it will be routine. So we'll give that a try. So I think it's very beneficial for kindergartners to be able to see their class and not be behind a screen and not be able to see their class. So that's my goal. Attendance is required, so make sure that your student is logging in every day, that they're participating in those live sessions, they're completing their lessons in the OLS. Make sure if you have a sick kiddo for more than 3 days that they send in a doctor's note. Make sure that you have a backup plan for technology issues or internet issues. Maybe have, you know, a family member you can go to if you have internet issues or borrowing computers or anything like that. Just make sure that you have a backup plan when you're getting things fixed or whatever. Things happen all the time to all of us. So make sure you have a backup plan that you know that you can do until you get yours fixed or whatever it is. If there's ever any attendance issues, we do have a family academic support team, and we have to refer to, and then if it continues to be a problem, then we'd have to withdraw and report to truancy by the head of schools if it's an issue. Remember to answer your phones, return phone calls, and notify us if your phone number changes, your address changes, or anything like that. We went over that. We do have a class website, or our class website is where there's going to be our weekly announcements. Every Friday I'll send out an email reminding you that the announcements are up to date, and please read them. After you read the announcements, there's going to be a link at the bottom and a secret word. You're going to click on that link and put the secret word in, and then I'll know that you've read those announcements for the week. I'm good if you do that on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, so I know you're ready for that next week. And there's lots of things on our website. There's not a ton right now, but as the year goes, there's helpful dates when we're out of school. There is upcoming live session schedules, what we're going to be learning the next week. And then there's the pacing charts are in there. I can't remember what it's all on there, so you'll have to check that out. Don't forget to write this number down outside of your computer if you have any issues. This is the tech line. Usually at the beginning of school, there is a wait, so be prepared to sit on hold, maybe do something else while you wait. And then they also can help with materials. So they have a materials button you can push as well. So write that number down. And let's see, Friday we do have an orientation at 8:30. Math prep is 9, and then our get to know you session. See your Class Connect schedule. So we have some Class Connect sessions on Monday and Wednesday. And then we have MAP testing on Tuesday and Thursday. And I'm going to set those up in your Class Connects. And then if you've already done a new student orientation, then you do not have to attend any other new student orientation. If you've watched a recording though, and not attended live, please let your teacher know so we can mark that you attended and you get credit for that. And then AIMS testing in the afternoon, that's the one that you're signing up for on a Sign Up Genius, so make sure that you're signed up for that. The week of the 7th through the 11th, pretty similar. We have small groups in the morning, and then we have testing in the afternoon. If you have already done the orientation, you don't need to do that one again. That is it. If you have any questions at all, you may email me. I am looking forward to working with you this year. Have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.